For gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Hello, Gossiper Sharona here. So we have a quick story, and it's with Ellen DeGeneres. So apparently, she was in a car crash or accident in 2023, and now this lady is coming forward, and she's accusing Helen of causing the crash. And she said that Helen allegedly ran through a stop sign, and that's what happened. So we're going to read this article from The Independent. Before we get started with the read, please like, share, subscribe. Let's grow our little channel. I'm outside in nature. If you've been following me, listening to me, you know I love nature. So you're going to hear birds and planes and stuff like that. Bring something different to the scene if you say. But yes, so if you hear any of those, it's because I'm outdoors. So we're going to read this quick article, as I said, from The Independent. Let me ask the question. Did you know that she was in a collision in 2023? I don't remember that. I just know that she left the US. She's now in England because, Donald Trump won the election. And not only that, but ever since the report came out that her work environment was toxic, she was losing a lot of credibility, and people stopped supporting Helen, right? And then, this was before the Trump win, but still, this is what it is like in the entertainment business. People don't forget. They might move on, but if your name comes up in any way, they will bring your past back to you to let you know why you've been, blackballed or no longer as popular as you were. So these days people are coming out. There's no more protecting the celebrities if they've been wronged. Even though some will come out with fictitious stories, people are speaking now. Even other celebrities are speaking up on other celebrities that's done them wrong, or anything like that. So we're gonna get back to Ellen DeGeneres because I did not know this. And so let's read the article and we'll find out together. It says Ellen DeGeneres is accused of causing a 2023 car collision in California, according to a new lawsuit. Damn, so they did a lawsuit. The former TV show host, who moved to British countryside last year, is being sued for negligence. In court documents obtained by multiple outlets, a woman claims that on October 16, 2023, DeGeneres, 67, ran through a stop sign while driving in Santa Barbara County and T-boned her car. DeGeneres' lawyer did not immediately respond to the Independent request for comments. According to the lawsuit seen by People magazine, the intersection where the incident occurred is controlled by stop signs in all directions. So it sounds like probably one of those 4-point stop sign, and you need to see who got there first before you can proceed. The plaintiff claims she stopped at the intersection and made sure there were no other vehicles before driving forward. However, she claims DeGeneres then suddenly and without any warning collided into her vehicle. Ellen DeGeneres entered the intersection without stopping at the stop sign, the lawsuit alleges. The lawsuit further accuses the comedian of exhibiting negligent conduct that fell below the standard of care of a reasonable person, adding that DeGeneres neglectfully caused or contributed to causing plaintiff's vehicle to be collided with by the defendant's vehicle. The woman says she has suffered multiple serious personal injuries and damages as a result. Now, did she go off of Ellen for a claim? And then Ellen is like, I'm not paying you no money. I didn't do anything wrong. Because this was, 2 years ago? And now she's suing? Usually that's how it goes, right? They go off after money from the celebrities. Well, guess what? They don't want to pay. Now she's making it public. So it's like, Helen, you're going to either pay something or you're going to go to trial with this, which I doubt. I think this is going to be worked out, but, just have to wait and see. So let's continue. The woman says she lost wages and incurred hospital and medical expenses in addition to loss of enjoyment of life, emotional distress, and anxiety. You don't want to speak for people, but the enjoyment of life? She is suing DeGeneres for general negligence and seeking an unspecified amount in compensatory damages. Sorry. After her long running talk show ended in 2022 following an allegation of toxic work environment. Oh yeah, so we already read that. She and her wife Portia de Rossi bought a part-time home in Cotswolds where they intended to spend about no, we don't need to worry because we already know she's there. So we don't need to go back in all that, but yes, what are your thoughts on this? For the lady, she said she suffered hospital and employment loss, which you get, but I wonder if she was going after Ellen to pay those, and Helen was like, it was not my fault. Did they check the CT cameras on the road just to check and make sure? And again, it comes down to money. But to say she lost enjoyment of life, I can get the emotional distress and anxiety, but to say, anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts? Do you think this is a money grab? Or do you think this woman, if it's proven that it's Helen, of course she has a right to pay her for any, any medical bills and injury. And, if it affected her going to work, of course. But if not, this is just another celebrity being, I don't want to use the word extorted, but, it would just be another celebrity that's being, what's the word? I don't want to say being attacked, but people are going after or this lady. Anyways, gossipers, what are your thoughts? Always, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening.